For thousands of years, esotericists and self-titled sorcerers have attempted to harness the hidden power of the universe, hoping that this energy may allow them to transcend everyday consciousness. This desire has led many to overlook the simple steps needed to evolve and utilize the magic contained within each of us. They partake in unusual rituals and utter elaborate spells, hoping to tap into this unlimited source of energy. But what if there was a deeper truth, often overlooked by these zealous alchemists and warlocks of the Dark Ages? Could the everyday individual come to harness magic? Do we really possess the keys to awaken this energy deep within and use it to transcend into a higher state of consciousness? Join us in this video as we embark on a journey that explores the endless potential contained within each of us. Through spiritual practices such as meditation and pranayama, we can come to awaken the magic that lies deep within each and every one of us and use it to transform our lives. We as humans have a desire to better understand the world around us. We use science, technology, and critical thinking to label the processes of the natural world, hoping that they can lead us to a better understanding of our own being. Yet, for the most part, this has failed. This has left many of us without true meaning, going through the cycles of work, eating, and sleep, never gaining any true insight into the nature of being. It's almost as if we are trapped in a vicious cycle, simply going through the motions, hoping that one day we stumble upon some small reason as to why we are here. More often than not, we search for answers in the external world, usually coming out empty-handed. But when we direct our attention to the ancient wisdom sages have left behind in tattered scrolls, decrepit manuscripts, and old books, it appears drastically different than what we have been taught in school. For you see, they all say the same thing and provide us with an alternative option. The answers you seek lie within. Modern scientists tend to dismiss the spiritual side of existence in favor of the physical or what they can visually inspect on computer screens. However, the teachers of old were more interested in what lies within. From the writings of Vedantists, the sutras laid out by Patanjali, to the revered Vigyan Bhairav Tantra, and even the work of Chinese philosophers such as Lao Tzu, these teachers propose that to truly understand the power we possess, we must turn within to find the magic that can change your life. In ancient times, people referred to an undefinable essence that lay within each of us as magic. Today, we know this force by another name, energy. All of the wise teachers of old came to one conclusion, that the entirety of the cosmos, including each and every one of us, is composed of the same energy. Some cultures referred to this as chi, others as prana, and some merely called it the life force. This fundamental source connects us all together, weaving between all things in the universe. When the sages spoke of our oneness, they were referring to this inseparable connection we have with all things in the cosmos through energy. But the spiritual beings of the ancient world didn't just theorize about this magic, nor did they simply write down notes in an attempt to prove its existence. They set out to feel a connection to it, to harness this potential energy within, and to do so, they utilized distinct practices. This brought about a realization of how we could use it for the transmigration of consciousness. Just as the alchemists attempt to turn lead into gold, humans can harness the energy contained within to transcend the limits placed on us by modern institutions. And from here, we can truly start to explore the limitless possibilities of our incarnation on Earth. We all have a reservoir of energy contained within us, which, if tapped into, can transform our existence. In A Grateful Heart, Daily Blessings for the Evening Meal from Buddha to the Beatles, the poet M.J. Ryan said, "At the center of your being, you have the answer. You know who you are, and you know what you want. These words have penetrated many of the most rigid minds, bringing them to the realization that was within them all along. But if we truly know who we are and what we want, then all we require are the minimalist tools to return to this state of being. This is where spiritual practices come into play. One of the most prevalent methods used to experience a connection with the magic contained within comes to us from India. Pranayama is an ancient breathing technique that involves controlling the breath in different ways and lengths. It has long been a practice utilized in meditation and yoga. The phrase is composed of two Sanskrit words, prana, meaning life force, and yama, meaning to expand. However, a loose translation of the phrase implies the breathing method. But you may be asking, a method for what? It's a way in which we can come to build a connection with the energy that lies within us. In the modern era, scientists are now beginning to better understand pranayama. It can help improve lung function, blood oxygenation, cardiac function, and brain activity. It can also help reduce blood pressure, anxiety, and other psychosomatic patterns. In simplistic terms, pranayama begins to rebuild a connection between the body, mind, and soul. It returns us to our actual state of being, one in which we begin to feel our connection to the energy of the external world and that which lies within. There are several distinct techniques utilized in pranayama. Alternate nostril breathing, also known as nadi shodhana. Victorious breath, also known as ujjayi. Female honeybee humming breath, also known as brahmari, and bellows breath, also referred to as bastrika. By engaging in practices such as pranayama, we can enter into a state of being that brings about a profound understanding of our connection to the source. By doing so, we can begin to harness this deep inner strength and use it to transform our daily lives. Pranayama is but one method to re-establish a connection with the energy within. In China, Tai Chi was utilized, a practice that involves slow movements aimed at focusing on their bodily sensations. A deeper understanding of this ancient practice reveals that practitioners are actually harnessing the energy within and guiding the life force throughout their bodies, ultimately creating a flow that enhances not only their vitality and strength, but also the power of their minds. For those who feel as if they don't have the time or patience to learn such a practice, there are simple alternatives. Simply sit in a room and begin to imagine a bright light glowing within. Allow it to grow stronger with each passing moment, and then direct this light to move throughout every inch of your body, allowing it to consume you. This simple practice can help anyone to re-establish a connection to the magic that lies within us. By engaging in any of the previously mentioned spiritual practices, we can begin to ground ourselves and remove the pressures of the external world for a more peaceful existence. Meditation, energy work, yoga, and breathing all work to connect us to the life force that lies within. By starting each day with intentional thoughts centered on our connection to the universe, we begin to once again return to our oneness. When in this state, we begin to send out ripples of positive energy into the universe. While we have been taught that there's a limit on how much we can positively affect the world, it's entirely the opposite. Each one of us has the potential to truly change the world, and we can do this in our everyday life by sending out vibrations of energy that work to raise the vibration of the planet and the cosmos. It all begins with reigniting the fire within by harnessing the magic of your own being and realizing who you are. Once you begin harnessing the magic within, you will have a positive effect on everyone you come into contact with. A life of purpose, focused on gratitude, self-reflection, and growth, will allow you to unlock the potential so many people will, unfortunately, never experience. You are the magic behind the universe. The energy of the stars and the sun is contained within you, and limitless potential awaits you if you dare to grab it.